I was playing sports probably before I could walk, swimming before I could walk. You know, soccer was just one of the sports I played. I mean, I never really, you know, through my whole adolescence, never really played or concentrated on just soccer. You know, soccer was in the summer, and then during school, I'd play basketball in the winter. I wrestled in the winter up until, you know, middle school. I did some swimming stuff. I was big track and field. My dad was the high school coach at my local high school for 35 years. So all through my life, my dad was really track oriented. I didn't even play soccer my freshman year in high school. I played football. So I guess I didn't really know until I was about a junior in high school, maybe. My sophomore year, I hadn't really grown. I was a really tiny kid when I was in high school. I was only about 5'6", 110 pounds maybe by the time I was a sophomore in high school. So my size didn't help my football my football status. But at that time, I really started to become best at soccer anyway. So I kind of went back to soccer and played there, and then just really excelled there through high school. All the guys that were starting to go to college around my area were all guys that played for the Milwaukee Kickers or you know, the good club team in Wisconsin, which, you know, that entitled going driving 2 hours one way just to Milwaukee so you could play. A lot of the guys in my area, some of the younger kids that were having bright futures in soccer did that. But I never did that because I was busy with other things. I was busy with other sports. You know, it never really crossed my mind. But, you know, at this time now, I'm 18, and I need to try to either go for it or else just go and go to school for something I really liked. And it happened to be that UIC had a design program as well that I was really into. So I thought, well, I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone here. So I came in as a forward from Green Bay. You know, I'd never even played defender in my life, but my first preseason tournament, my freshman year, a couple of defenders got injured, and we didn't have the type of substitutes and the squad size that we needed to fill that spot. So I think Sasha Begovic, my college coach, just kind of made a decision of, okay, well, who's my best athlete that I could probably throw in the back and do a job? I thought, yeah, why not? Why not give it a shot? And sure enough, I played that whole kind of preseason tournament and came back that year and ended up playing defender the rest of that season and went on to be pretty much the main defender for the next 4 years. So again, it was just kind of having an open mind and trying to give myself, again, the best opportunity to try to get on the field. You know, I'd had a good college career, you know, a couple all-Midwest kind of first teams, honorable mention All-Americans, types of things like that. But at that time, you know, unless you really went to one of the big schools, there wasn't enough draft picks in the MLS draft for them to take everyone. So if you had a decent college career, a lot of times you'd get an A-League invite or an MLS invite. And I kind of had a little bit of both. I was playing and having fairly a little amount of success with the Fire Reserves and doing well there, and the coaches there had pushed me on and said, okay, well, I'll easily be able to get you tryouts at both. At that time, I met my friend from England who was in Chicago visiting his dad and staying with his dad. Kieran was somebody that I met, again, on an off chance in Chicago. I got a call from my Fire Reserves coach one day, and he said, we got these two guys over from England, and they seem like pretty good players. They've had a trial, but they live in Chicago and don't have a ride out to training because we trained out in the suburbs. So he said, can you pick these guys up? Here's the address. And you know, that kind of set the relationship. And then he kind of said, I'm thinking about going home and living back with my mom in London and trying to make it there. He said, would you ever be interested in coming to England? He said, I think you have what it takes. He said, I think your style of play suits the English game. And you know, on Kieran's advice, I kind of just thought about it, and I thought, well, like I said, either way, I have to do it the hard way, and either way, I'm going to have to go through that trial phase.